We want to begin with NBC's Kelly Kobiella, who's on the ground for us in Jerusalem. The Prime Minister, Bibi Netanyahu, essentially saying the next stage is coming. And I think we just got that indication from the IDF with that latest statement. Talk us through it, Kelly.
Yeah, that's right. But if you look at that statement in its entirety, there's no specific timing for this large-scale assault on Hamas. There is a reference to offensives being about to be carried out or planned by air, sea, and land. There's talk of preparing the ground with logistics preparations ahead of going on the ground in Gaza, but no specifics in terms of timing. We've been talking about the potential for a ground offensive now for a good couple of days, but still haven't gotten any idea of when it might happen. The IDF has now given civilians in Gaza in the north 2 days, essentially, to get out of the way, to get to the south, talking about 1 million+ people trying to move south ahead of this ground invasion. They were still moving today. There was safe passage granted by the IDF, they said, along 2 north-south routes today for a period of about 6 hours, from 10 until 4 in the afternoon. Even after that, people were still on the road, still trying to get out of the city. It's an extremely difficult situation inside Gaza for people who are still in the north. Well, for people throughout the Strip, actually, the water situation is dire. It is the UN says there is no more water. They say this is a life and death situation. They need fuel inside Gaza in order to run those water sanitation plants and get the water running again so that people have drinking water. And on top of that, a lot of people weren't able to get out of the north. They're still there. In fact, the head of the largest hospital in Gaza, Shifa Hospital, says that 35,000 people are taking shelter just in that hospital. The United Nations estimates hundreds of thousands of people have gotten out of northern Gaza, but there's no good count of how many people are still there. So a very, very dangerous situation for the people in Gaza tonight. And the air attacks, the airstrikes have continued tonight. And now we have this message from the IDF that they are prepared for some sort of invasion by ground, sea, and air, as they put it. Yasmin.
35,000 people hunkering down in a hospital with no resources, no potable drinking water, running out of food, I imagine, as well, under dire circumstances. What is happening in Israel this evening as well, from what you've been seeing?
Yeah, so, you know, the war planning continues. There's been no official announcement from the Prime Minister or from any other political leaders here tonight. Unclear if that would precede the ground offensive or if that it would start first and then we'll have some sort of national statement from Benjamin Netanyahu. But, you know, the Shabbat just wrapped up, you know, just ended a couple of hours ago. It's been extremely quiet in Jerusalem throughout the day. And really, in the places that we've visited over the past several days, it's sort of been the same mood throughout, very somber, people still very much in shock, very angry as well, not only with their government, but also, of course, because of the atrocities and because of the number of people who were slaughtered. So a mix of just a very somber mood here and also a lot of anger. Yasmin.